Every cat parent goes through a strange but funny moment where they catch their male cat staring at another cat for way too long and wonder, almost nervously, hold on, does he actually like that cat? And while it sounds like something out of a meme or joke, the truth is, cats form emotional attachments in ways we rarely understand. Cats don't flirt with roses, dates, or dramatic gestures. They flirt with quiet closeness, scent sharing, territorial allowance, and micro behaviors that most humans overlook because they don't fit our human idea of affection. Yet, inside the feline brain, these tiny behaviors are loaded with meaning. What matters most is this: cats don't get close to just anyone, especially adult males. They are naturally territorial, cautious, and selective about who they allow into their personal space. So when a male cat shows relaxed body language, synchronized behavior, or unnecessary proximity around another cat, something deeper is happening. Another misconception is that crushes only happen between male and female cats. In reality, cats don't categorize relationships by gender labels or romantic expectations. Their version of a crush is more about feeling safe, having predictable behavior from the other cat, enjoying shared territory, mutual grooming or scent merging, and emotional comfort. Whether it's another male, a female, a kitten, or even a senior cat, your male cat forms connections based on trust plus familiarity, not gender or age rules. So, when you start noticing that one specific cat seems to get more attention, more space, or more patience from your male cat, don't ignore it. You might be witnessing the early signs of feline affection, subtle, silent, but very real. Before you can truly decode whether your male cat has a crush on another cat, you have to understand how and why cats hide their emotions in the first place. Cats are not emotionally flat, they're emotionally cautious. This instinct comes from thousands of years of survival, where showing too much vulnerability could invite danger. A cat is both a predator and potential prey in the natural world. This dual identity forces them to carefully manage how they display fear, curiosity, affection, or stress. Even today, in the safety of a living room, those ancestral instincts still control how a cat expresses love or interest. For a cat, showing affection is not casual, it's a risk assessment. When your male cat develops a crush-like bond, he doesn't immediately rush in with dramatic displays. Instead, he does what felines always do. He tests safety first. He studies how the other cat reacts, how they move, how they share space, and whether they show signs of threat or acceptance. Only after collecting enough data does the affection begin to surface. And here's the part people miss. Cats use indirect communication. They won't stare directly into the other cat's eyes, because that can look threatening. Instead, they use scent trails, shared sleeping areas, synchronized routines, grooming attempts, gentle follow behaviors. These signals allow them to express emotion without exposing weakness. So when we talk about a male cat having a crush, we are really talking about a combination of social trust, territorial allowance, emotional safety, routine alignment. These are not small gestures in the feline world. They are major social milestones. And because cats rarely reveal their feelings directly, most owners never realize when it's happening. To understand whether your male cat has a crush, you need to pay close attention to how he treats space and territory, the two most valuable currencies in the feline world. Cats don't share their space freely, and they certainly don't adjust their routines for just anyone. So when a male cat starts shifting his location, schedule, or scent boundaries for another cat, you're not seeing coincidence, you're seeing affection. Sign number 1, he follows the other cat's movement path. One of the earliest signs of feline interest is something humans would call orbiting. When the cat he likes moves from room to room, your male cat gets up and silently trails behind at a respectful distance. He doesn't stalk like prey, nor does he intrude aggressively, he simply wants to be present. You'll notice patterns like follows into the kitchen, then sits nearby, moves to the window once the other cat gets there, joins in the living room even if he wasn't sleeping there. In behavioral science, this is called social synchronization, and it's a bonding behavior seen in lions, cheetahs, and colony cats. It means he feels safer when the other cat is in sight. Sign number 2, he gives up prime territory voluntarily. A crush becomes even more obvious when your male cat starts surrendering premium sleeping or lounging spots. Cats normally defend their best resources, especially sunny windowsills, warm blankets, or tall shelves. But when affection enters the picture, he'll either scoot over, jump down, or simply not contest access. This doesn't mean submission, it means permission. He values the other cat's comfort enough to alter his own habits, which is extremely rare among territorial animals. Sign number 3. He shares scent zones without marking over. Scent is the true language of cats. When your male cat allows the other cat to rub, mark, or sleep on objects without immediately overriding the scent, that is a silent invitation. It shows he feels no threat, and in many cases, it signals the beginning of scent integration, the equivalent of cats saying, "We're on the same team." When all 3 signs appear together, you're witnessing the earliest and clearest territorial proof that your male cat might genuinely have a crush. Once a male cat feels comfortable and emotionally secure around another cat, his body language becomes the clearest window into his social intentions. Cats don't use verbal confession, but they communicate interest through touch, movement, and microgestures that speak louder than words if you know how to interpret them. Sign number 4. He initiates mutual grooming attempts. Grooming is one of the most intimate behaviors in the feline universe. Cats don't groom strangers, and they definitely don't groom rivals. So, when your male cat walks up to another cat and begins licking their head, face, or ears, he's initiating a social contract. Head grooming is especially meaningful because the head, neck, and ears are areas a cat cannot easily clean alone. Allowing access to these regions shows trust and vulnerability. If he then offers the top of his own head for reciprocation, that's an invitation to bond, a quiet way of saying, "We're safe together." Sign number 5, he performs play fighting with self-control. Play fighting is another strong indicator of attachment. Real fights involve rigid bodies, sharp vocalizations, dilated pupils, and defensive postures. But crush-oriented play looks different. Bites are softer, claws are either retracted or used with precision, wrestles slow down mid-move, and both cats reset frequently without tension. This style of wrestling is essentially feline flirting, full of trust rather than dominance. Sign number 6. He uses subtle body cues to signal interest. Beyond grooming and play, cats communicate affection through countless tiny gestures. Your male cat may approach with a high, gently flicking tail, blink slowly before looking away, lean in without stiffening his muscles, rub his cheek or flank along the other cat. Each of these movements conveys social openness. A crush or deep attachment in cats doesn't just show up in body language, it appears in their daily routine. Cats love predictability. They wake, eat, patrol, nap, and groom on their own internal clocks. That's why, when a male cat begins adjusting his routine to match another cat, you are witnessing something exceptionally rare: voluntary synchronization. Sign number 7. He waits for the other cat to wake, eat, or move. Cats normally operate in parallel universes. They share the same house without sharing the same schedule. But an emotionally invested male cat watches for microcues and moves accordingly. He doesn't rush ahead or push for dominance, he simply waits and follows, allowing the other cat to set the pace. This is companionship, not hierarchy. Sign number 8. He shows soft jealousy when attention shifts. Jealousy in cats isn't dramatic, but it's noticeable. When the cat he likes receives attention from another cat or a human, your male cat may chirp or trill softly, insert himself between them, flick his tail in controlled frustration, groom himself as a stress release, tap an object with his paw, attempt to redirect attention with playful nudges. This isn't aggression, it's social guarding and emotional investment. Time is the most valuable social resource a cat can offer, and crushes always demand time. The final stage of a feline crush isn't about territory, movement, or grooming, it's about emotional safety. Cats sleep lightly around strangers and deeply around trusted companions. Sign number 9. He sleeps in vulnerable positions near the other cat. Cats have 2 sleep modes: light surveillance, sleep, deep restorative sleep. Deep sleep only happens near cats they trust. Vulnerable sleep positions include belly up, side sprawl, pretzel twist, chin down deep sleep, loaf with eyes fully closed. These postures expose vital organs and slow escape reactions, so they carry high emotional significance. If your male cat chooses these positions within close proximity to another cat, the message is clear: with you, I am not afraid. Sleep proximity, even without physical touch, signals inner circle acceptance. Crush behaviors in cats are subtle not because cats lack emotion, but because their survival instincts taught them to protect their feelings. When you observe the signs together, they reveal a pattern far too consistent to ignore. Let's recap the core signs. Follows movement paths, gives up premium territory, shares scent zones, attempts, mutual grooming, controlled play fighting, subtle body signals, routine synchronization, soft jealousy, vulnerable sleeping proximity. In the wild, these behaviors contribute to colony stability and survival. In the home, they translate into what we interpret as a crush, a mix of fascination, comfort, and emotional safety. So if your male cat is showing these signs toward one particular cat, don't be surprised. Cats have preferences, favorites, and emotional favorites, just like we do. And the sweetest part? When cats choose each other, they don't do it halfway. They commit quietly, consistently, and with remarkable loyalty. If your male cat secretly has a crush, you're not alone. Tap like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a dose of adorable today. And don't forget to tell me which sign you spotted first.